Hi, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our morning stretch and moving up to higher vibrational routines because we're practicing to be 5D now. So welcome and good morning. Everybody in alignment who have the intention, if you so wish, to create beautiful breath and harmonization of your new light bodies. Every day we are creating the intention of harmonizing new light. This is what our episode today will be about. And we're going to do just gentle little flowing movements to call in the light, intending to harmonize with the light and understand what the light is asking of us to learn in this new phase of the soul's lesson. And it's also reminding me that we're all starting this beautiful new cycle right now. And this new cycle is always with the children going back to school, and how we can see ourselves in our reality and all that we are harmonizing to, because remember, always stepping up to these new experiences, and what was is not going to be what will be. So we have to allow ourselves these new harmonizing experiences and techniques and becomings. And wow, that's so great. That's the school bell down the road. Wow. Welcome back. How wonderful. And so in that, we want to allow ourselves to know that my teams were showing me this morning that allowing yourself to become a grander epicenter of light, the vessel of who you are, the light, this beautiful experience of light, the experience of all that you are as light, the upper bodies, the lower bodies, and how you harmonize within this new experience of light, of the God within, God without. And you becoming the harmonization of greater light. And all that you are as light, you have to intend and entrain yourself in a new way. Because our behaviors are built upon what was in the 3D version. And those 3D densities is not what we are now, because our bodies are greater light. Our mind is being harmonized into greater, higher vibrational, higher mind thought. And all that we are as a multidimensional being is now harmonized into greater light. You hear all of the excitement with the new the new days going. I'm so excited for all the children. Oh, yay! We're going to send love and light and rainbows to all the children today. And so just understand that it's asking all of us, and what the councils of light have shown me about 2 weeks ago is that this new phase of our human ascension is going to be really about the manifesting of these new 5D routines. And these 5D routines are asking us to play more. You know, the beautiful music outside, set aside what we used to do, and just create those new ways of being in harmony and in joy of spirit. And that's really what those routines will be about, is how can you align to the new joy of spirit, physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically? How can you be in joy of who you are as spirit? And that's how you harmonize in all moments to be of greater light. Because we're not harmonizing to older programs of stagnancy and conformity. We're now arising and we're awakening. And absolutely, those of you that are my clients have been with us for so long, you absolutely feel yourself a spirit. You absolutely feel yourself manifesting your reality. So you are a spirit creating matter. But we need to behave in new ways, which we've never been taught or told before, because we've just healed what we've been taught and told, those 3 to 5D programs. And those 5 to 3D programs are constantly, and this is what our media is, part of their role is to allow us to feel less than, that we're not in charge of our bodies, that we have great things to fear about. We really don't. So it's really important that we each take on the role of the inspirator and the beautiful, the Christ sovereignty experience is to take ownership of all that you are. Inspire within yourself of how can I create new alignments to harmonize that greater light. Harmonizing means that you acknowledge that it's there, the greater light of you and you, within and without, and as above, so below. You're harmonizing within it, within and without, and so below. And then you're creating something where you can co-create within it, as above, so below, inner and outer, micro, macro. Thank you for that clearing, spirit. And those were my experiences. Because we get so stuck on these systems that in the stories that we've come on, but we haven't really created what's what. And we've been talking about this for so very long, but now we're in it. We're in where all the spiritual codes and all the spiritual energy is here. But are we giving ourselves, through our spiritual routines, are we giving ourselves time and space to harmonize in these new light energies? Because you are becoming more of you. You are becoming the soul of all that you've known yourself to be in all timelines. All of my little papers. I had some classes this week. There, right here. You're now becoming And you actually can feel it. You can feel the energy around you wanting to harmonize with you, but you must give it time. You must give it that space and that energy, that importance to know that you have your soul working with you and they want to walk with you. But we need to entrain these new higher vibrational harmonizations. You're allowing yourself to harmonize with the new version of you, because the new version of you is always waiting with you and around you. But you're not, we've never been entrained to say, okay, well, come in and be with me, walk with me, spirit. And that's what many of the masters had showed us. They were walking with God, and that's why they could do and be what they accomplished and what they experienced and what they radiated to show us. And that any master is never there to say, or inspire any one particular direction of voting or becoming, but just to inspire and empower and have all make their own free will choices, because that is the gift of God, is free will, not to be hindered or controlled by any other system or any other person, but to allow the free will of everyone coming to life and everyone uniquely finding their own ways to harmonize with spirit, because each and every one of you come with your unique gifts, skills, and talents. Many of you will have gifts that will require different types of harmonization techniques. That harmonization of spirit will require that you reach out and ponder with spirit on how you can activate the light self, the harmonization of the self that needs it. For instance, physical, mental, emotional, etheric, the higher multidimensional experience wants to be harmonized in a way of perhaps swimming every day, because you're interacting with water in a way that your body understands water, because right now you're being activated with one of your cetacean lifetimes or your Syrian lifetimes, and it wants to be activated and harmonized. And so at each new phase of your ascension, you're going to be asked by your soul and by the heavens, and what we've been talking about for about a month now is understanding that how you care for yourself and how you create this 5D will require that you behave in different and new ways as the 5D higher self, to harmonize the spirit and the energy that's wanting to be harmonized within and without, so that you become the anchor point of new pillar of light. Because everything that you're harmonizing within and without, you're absolutely feeding into the new now of you in all of your chakras, and therefore anchoring it to the grids of Gaia. You're becoming new. You're changing the DNA. You're changing the molecular inner and outer of you, because you're understanding that, okay, well, I feel like I'm 3, 4, 5D, but I don't know how to become this more imposed experience of me. I want to radiate the higher version of me. I want to be in all thought, word, and deed me. And that's a little bit by little bit is the transmutation and releasing of what was, understanding and alchemizing your stories of what was, anything that held you back in limitation, subjugation, or less than or lack. You are a divine being of perfection. You are a divine being of spiritual children that absolutely honor all that you are as light and love. And all that you are in that perfection requires that you harmonize in every new phase of your ascension, because we will be feeling it ever greatly. And that means giving yourself that time and that presence to be with the energy that wants to be harmonized with you. And so you're honoring yourself as the all. Honor yourself as wholeness. And that requires that you take that daily self-care to ask your teams and ask your soul, how can I harmonize the new spirit and the new light that wants to come and be a part of my world, to walk with me? Because your higher self is saying, I'm here to harmonize with you, but you're not calling me in. You're not asking me to be a part of your day. Do you ask yourself, your higher self, to be a part of me? Show me new ways that I can share my body and I can create greater light in my body. Show me greater ways through which I can release all that is not magnificent, all that is illness, all that is disease, and ask it to leave my bodies now. Show me, dear higher self, I want you to walk with me and all of my teams and all of my guides. Please ask me what I can do for myself to be in greater presence of the light that is always around me. And so we're becoming the divine mothers, which is your receivership, which is a really big lesson that everybody has to learn. And why those that are really healing divine feminine on our planet, you will attract those that represent those reflections of you, of not being valued and not being honored and not being represented, so that you can pull that strength from within you and clear out those old beliefs and those old wounds. And why you see it distorted in those around you and our systems around us, because those are the distortions of the divine feminine that we were taught and we were felt and we were told that our experience here on earth was less than, it was less valuable or not at all. And that our voices were small and insignificant when they're really not at all. And then we project those lack of beliefs to the children. And they walk around feeling as if they can't express themselves or share themselves because they feel such a lack of self. And we want to change that. We want to allow all that we are as light to be redirected from within. And all beings on our planet have the right to walk their own unique path in whatever way they choose to create their own soul's plan. And in that respect and honor of free will, we allow, when the DNA activations take place, Your teams and your guides will say, there's new light here that wants to be harmonized, but how are you taking charge of it? You say you want to be light. You say you want to be that greater speaker and teacher and leader and healer. What are you doing to behave in that way? Because it's not going to be what it was here. And that's why it's really important that each and every one of us, that you all feel when you have those experiences in your everyday life, that your routines are becoming detrimental. The circles that you're keeping are becoming detrimental. And regardless of however unimportant it might feel to others, for you to take those choices and those chances and those opportunities that your teams are saying, move, get on, get on with it, move away. You absolutely know that it's in your highest and your best interest, because your bodies are wanting to harmonize to light, to be embellished in greater light, to infuse greater light, so that you can show others how to also do so. And at some point, everyone that's on that merry-go-round will have to step out to create their own new pattern and own new routine of higher self-light. Because it's all you just wanting to be harmonized in you, but you must be the manager of it. You must be the mediator of it. You must be the one that says, okay, Spirit, I'm ready for greatness. And Spirit's saying it's always here. You know, what are you doing differently that's not as it was before? Otherwise, you just keep creating these cycles and circles. So we have to allow ourselves to say, wow, there's really greater light there, but how can I, and what does the Spirit within me, the higher self, how do you want me to beautifully harmonize this great new light that's with me, and I'm honoring all that is. And so we're going to give you a little practice. We're going to give you practice. Now, who of those that are watching are really feeling that you've just come through a big transformation, and we're all preparing for these beautiful new energies, these beautiful new cycles, and we want our children to see the radiation of our own, taking our own power and our own confidence to say, I get to rewrite my story every new day, and every new day Spirit will offer me new light. Spirit will offer me new intentions of opportunity. Spirit will offer me exactly everything that I put out. And I've asked for so much. And now Spirit says, okay, well, now you get to receive. And then that receiving part goes, I've never received before because we've been so busy doing, egocentric doing. I'm intending to receive myself and harmonize myself as greater light, Spirit. And I know you've been telling me to take greater care of myself, greater rest time, greater patience with myself, greater compassion with myself, to show myself the love that I've never received, to give myself the care and the kindness that I've never received, to close the doors on all of those stories that I've learned from and I've stood in my power in, and I now choose to send them to the heavens to close them out. Once and for all, close them out. The door is closed. You honor your beauty, you honor your sacredness, and you want to show the universe that in you choosing to close out those cycles that cause nothing but conflict and drama and harm in any way, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, or energetically, any of those relationships that make you feel heavy or feel less than or feel not important, as many of the children feel, then it's time to raise the standard. No, I absolutely want myself to receive greater, which means I got to harmonize that greater light. And I choose now, Spirit. And I ask this, the entire universe, through my breath, through my intention. I'm harmonizing the greater aspects of me because I know they're ready to be harmonized, Spirit. I know the Mother and the Father are constantly asking me to reach up and reach out in all new days and all new ways. To be the inspirator of the heavens, to be the presentation of the heavens, to show others of the presentation of heavens and just have them inspire in their own ways. Because you're not here to show anybody your way. You're here just to share who you are. Just share who you are. Be the joy of Spirit, and all will fall in its place. And just breathe in this new intention. And I ask the holy heavens, I ask all of creation in this highest movement of me now. I'm harmonizing in this new energy of me. I'm honoring my bodies. I'm honoring all that I am. For my new intention this day is to harmonize that new version of me, to harmonize the new vessel of light that I am becoming, because there's spirit everywhere, spirit everywhere, spirit everywhere. And I've just gone through a DNA activation. I want my children to feel the light. I want my children to feel the excitement of who I am. And it doesn't matter where your children are in any galaxy and planet, because we absolutely have children on other planets and other realms. And many of you that have been in my classes, we always go into our galactic and our celestial experiences, and we all know this. Your children want to activate through your DNA activations. And those DNA activations are just the trigger, if you will. It's when you hit the gas pedal and the gas in your car goes through the many parts of its engine to make your engine run. So that's that DNA activation. But you have to be the one that actually harmonizes the light, giving yourself time to process the light. That's why we have to really focus right now on this new phase of ascension is how we're caring for our bodies. Are we creating the new 5D version of ourselves in those bodies and fields? And how do we actually work with them? So it's a multidimensional, elegant process of systems within systems that we're ever raising up to. So we have to release all those old ways of becoming old stories, but now we actually have to start harmonizing in this new spiritual energy. We have to start harmonizing with it. The harmonizing is the really fun part because you get to feel it all for those of us that are empaths. Because we've cleared so much of the planet's density now, we actually get to feel all the good stuff that's waiting for us. And it feels so good to feel the harmony of the light that's just, it's just like bathing all of your chakras and all of your cells with such great light that you've never received before. That's the divine feminine. And that's those energies, that activation that just happened and occurred. Now that light is available for you to now nourish that DNA activation. Does that make sense? So as you're planting the seed, which is the DNA activation, the seed was planted. It's always a cycle. The seed was planted because you released the density of the program or the belief or the pattern. You've chosen to step away from dense and harmful cycles. You've chosen to say no to poor behavior, how you're being treated and how you treat yourself. And you choose to change that behavior by loving yourself, by making moves and making choices to move away from all that harms you. And then you choose to stand in your power to say, wow, I've sown those seeds of self-declaration, of self-love, of self-importance, of self-becoming, of sovereignty of who I am. I'm not living by the structures and the programs of less than. I'm not living by the structures and the stories of roles and definitions that hold me less than. I've made those choices, Spirit. I have sown those seeds of better. Then that DNA gets activated because all of Spirit, all of creation says, wow, you're now acting in alignment with, equal measure of the vibration that you so choose. You want to step up to this new level, but you got to be the commandment of it. You have to be the driver of your own ship. You absolutely know there's always going to be gas there to make your vehicle go. You're a vehicle. There's always going to be light, but you have to now harmonize it in new ways. And we've never been taught this because we've always been taught that we were just a body. That's it. And we're here to live in systems of boxed up experiences and closed doors and closed roofs. But no, we are infinite. We are infinite multidimensional beings becoming light, more and more light. So we need to behave in new ways, which means that anything that feels repetitious in density, limiting, and you know those feelings. We all know them. We all experience them for thousands and thousands of years. So now we're here to flip it on its edge and every day create that harmony of new light. And that means practicing being spirit, practicing a spiritual experience in every moment that you can honor your new repertoire, your new routine of light, your honoring of spirit. That's what it really is. Because in our understanding and practicing of oneness, it is the practicing of you as allness. And that's a powerful multidimensional statement and experience, because that's the Christ. You're practicing your oneness by harmonizing and honoring it and valuing it. Do you value your body the way Mother and Father do? As Spirit, the Holy Creators, your creator. Your creator is your higher self and your soul is saying, wow, we're here with you. But you got to want to work with us. You got to want us to walk with you. And you say, yes, I do. I want you to walk with me every minute. Because we've lived in those experiences of such dense separation. And those of us, I've been here for 52 years, and those of us that have never had balanced, really nourishing relationships, you have no idea what receivership of real love is. And that creates those fight or flight experiences when somebody really genuine and really honoring comes to you and says, wow, I'm here to offer you great love. And you're just like, whoa, what's that for? What's that about? Who sent you? You get all those defenses like, whoa, you've lived 52 years in this fight or flight experience. And this is also how we're going to be healing the children, because so many children have just grown up in aggressive, non-loving, dysfunctional environments. And you need to retrain the environment of receivership, the divine feminine of love and harmony and nourishing every cell and every organ and everything within you. All of your feelings matter. Your experiences matter. Your needs and your wants and your desires matter, because if you don't, you fall into disease. Because you're saying that part of you is not alive and it does not matter. And you keep suppressing and depressing and crunching down and allowing yourself to feel less than. If you're not valuing who you are in every way, you're saying that part of you is not important. And then it gets projected even more in your world and your reality. And we want our children to be free and to practice the freedom of who they are. I'm a free spirit of divine and holy light, and I'm radiating who I am in joy and uniqueness and responsibility for me, because I'm the driver of my ship. My body is important. My feelings are important. My voice is important, and I will stand in the value of who I am. I don't need anybody outside of me to say that I'm valued, because Spirit will show me. Are you going to give us time to harmonize that value? Yes, Spirit, today I want to work on self-value and self-esteem and self-confidence. I want to radiate this to the world, and especially to my children, because they're feeling so low. Everything they see in their outer worlds is less than and lack and aggression. How do you expect children to act and behave if that's all they're shown? Shall we show them compassion and kindness and love and goodness? And you know that you are absolutely in power of all of your consciousness. No other and no being and no entity and no experience has power over you. And you stand within this knowing that my pillar of light is my consciousness with the Christ that I've chosen. And all other stories where I've given any power away to anything outside of me is now done and solved, because I own who I am. I love who I am, and I honor who I am, and I am in complete sovereignty of who I am. I walk with the heavens and I will be supported. And as you claim these beautiful harmonizations of your higher light, I claim the harmony of my higher self. I claim the beautiful balance of my body, and my cells are calling in greater light. My cells are the beautiful crystal water of all that I am. And I'm harmonizing in these beautiful new ways. You begin to feel, because as you're owning and claiming it, and you're acknowledging yourself as higher light, you're acknowledging your environment as higher light, you're acknowledging that you are supported in your higher light, that everything in creation, everything in the universe, everything in the omnipresent is converging for your new perspective. I am 5D. My reality and my new spiritual routines and taking care of myself will be 5D, and therefore it must be, for I am that I am. My I am is that I am, and it shows itself to me. The universe will converge, but we have to understand that we are the drivers of it. We are the multidimensional purveyors of our own light experience, are human, creative, masterful, abundant, beautiful, and healthy above all. Our bodies are asking us to process that greater light that's there waiting for us to entangle. So it takes intention. I acknowledge myself as beautiful and profound. I acknowledge myself as infinite. I acknowledge myself worthy of such greatness. Oh my gosh, the stories that I've just released. I've worked through so much less than and lack, and other people's stories and projections that I just took on. No more. I stand in the power of who I am. I activate the stories of who I am. I activate my DNA of who I am, and I take on the benevolence of who I am. And I want to radiate this to whoever so desires. And I will attract that in equal measure. And the universe is saying, there's always equal measure for you. Here you go, honey child. And that's our acknowledgement. Yes, I acknowledge myself. I acknowledge myself. I am the purveyor of my own light, Spirit. And I'm creating a whole universe of my own light, Spirit. Show me how, Spirit. Show me how, Spirit. Show me how. And your teams will just say, just breathe and ground. Open up your pillar of light through intention. I open up my pillar of light. I'm so happy to be here today, Spirit. I'm so happy because gratitude and appreciation opens up all that you are as a beautiful light person. And you're connecting with all that is an equal measure of gratitude and appreciation of the universe. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I'm open light. I'm open light. I am. I am. I am, I am, I am, I am all that is higher light, all that is higher light, and play, and play. I am the harmony of play and play, and play. My breath is sacred play for all the children, all the planets, all the galaxies. I am, I am, I am. And breathe. And allow yourself to play. Give yourself permission to play. Give yourself permission to dance. Give yourself permission to affirm to the universe, this is who I am now. This is who I am now. And I breathe, 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 and I breathe with God. I breathe with light. I breathe with light. I am the purveyor of my own light. I am my light ship. I am my light ship. I am my light ship. My Makaba is me. There is only love. There is only love. I am a Makaba. Yeah. And ground. Feel your spine grounding to Gaia. I acknowledge myself of the highest potential. I acknowledge that there is spirit omnipresent. Oh, thank you, Spirit. There is omnipresent in all moments that is just waiting for me to harmonize. I give myself permission to harmonize the greatest light of who I am. Thank you, Spirit. I call upon my soul and my higher self. Please guide me as I surrender the ego. I breathe in the light of Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. They're saying, are you having fun now? Thank you, Spirit. Yes, we are. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. You feel your planet having fun with you. Thank you, Spirit. I'm smelling the air of the ocean and the plants. And that's Gaia coming in to say, hello, I'm with you. Hello, I'm with you in your multidimensional bodies and the chemistry of your bodies. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Cutting all cords of all energies and stories that are no longer needed. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Please cut all cords. Surrendering all stories that do not serve your highest and your best. And with intention, send away any energy that has been in your field or any entity that is of disease or illness. Send it away now, please, because I am magnificent. I choose to release any and all things that are not magnificent. Send it back and send it away to the Holy Creator. And ground, and ground. You are the initiator of your reality. I initiate love and joy, and I seek love and joy in all things and all beings and all people. And I ground, I allow myself to see the highest light that's always available to me. There is always light, there is always information and wisdoms and kindness and love and joy and the sacredness of spirit always around me. There is always aspects of me wanting to come forward to be received. Remember, if you are able to receive yourself, you will be received by the heavens, for you are the heavens. All that is before you is the receivership of you, and you can acknowledge it. And then you choose from your highest discernment, is this of health and wellness for me? Is this of highest nourishment of me? And then you choose to have it move on its way. So you always have free will. That is the gift from spirit. And the universe and our creational reality will be showing you ever and ever more that light and goodness and kindness and the law of one and the laws of our universe will support that which is that. And all that which is not in the law of one or harmful to free will or harmful to the controlling and the greed of others, it will be shown very quickly. It's just the natural laws of the universe showing you density and variations of light, expressions and experiences. They are just the experiences of the light that they have coming from in their consciousness. Does that make sense? We're just seeing the whole palette that spirit offers. And that which is not of the highest light that is now available on our planet will be shown very quickly and very swiftly, because it's not in alignment of the light that's being offered. And therefore, my teams are showing me this morning, now that you understand that things are accelerating greater and quickly, how are you able to create the routine that is in alignment of that highest light? What is your spiritual alignment to harmony? Are you creating the harmonization of the higher light, and how? By, first of all, reverence and gratitude. Because that shows that you are ready for that highest reverence of light. That highest reverence of light shows you and the capabilities and the skills and the gifts of how you can now integrate that light so that you can process it. Processing it means taking it in and harmonizing with it and allowing it to become one with you. And then you allow that opening of light to then eventuate new wisdoms, new intelligences, new gifts, new ways of doing things, new ways of talking with the water, and all the things that light does. Light is intelligence, light begets light. And as you harmonize with it, you become a new version of you. You become the higher self version of you, through which there is no exclusion. You only get to choose through your free will what you want to entangle with. You get to observe it all without judgment, and then you get to choose it of what is in your highest and your best through your harmonization of new spiritual routines. Spiritual routines means that you're becoming more and more of spirit. That's it. It is not aligned with, but it can be. It's all based on your own direction of what is important and valued for you of any one religion, because all religions are one and all. It's all the same. It's all just how you choose to create that practice of who you align with in your own version of God or spirit, of the creators of all that is. But now you're becoming the all within it. And so your spiritual alignment, your spiritual routine, your spiritual harmonization is understanding that in the all of me, in the all of now, there is in and out, there is above and below, and I want to harmonize with the highest version of it, of me. And I get to create these new practices, which is not going to look like anything that it was. And you will find even a hard time to go back to what was, because you won't even remember it now. It's no longer there. The now is where you want to play. The now is showing you, wow, let's go play in the water, and let's meet up with some friends, and let's go bring some dinner to somebody that needs it. Let's go help another person out. Socio-altruism, because those are the higher spiritual practices of harmonizing with greater light. As you harmonize with greater light, you want to harmonize with others in greater light, the harmony of the communities and collective of light. So it must be practiced in the harmony. How can I find harmony with greater light? Well, my body wants to receive it. That's harmony. And that means you get to release all of those energies that are held within your lower chakras of the projections and the anger and the attitudes and the collective energies that are coming off, because that's all they're fed is fear. And you get to reclaim yourself. I reclaim myself as profound light, and I get to transmute everything that doesn't feel good. Transmute it, because I choose higher harmony. I choose to create my balanced a reality of harmony. I want to create every cell within me creating higher harmony, higher potentiation of new light. And so they're showing me that how we have entrained our bodies and our multidimensional experiences is that our bodies are now looking at us as we are micro macro to the highest heavens and the creators. The cells are looking at us going, but are you sure I can take on that light? Are you sure are you sure I can do this? And you have to entrain your cells that yes, we can take on greater light, and we will create harmony of processing that light, harmonizing with that greater light at greater accelerations and speed. So just ease your body and be gentle with your body. Again, that's the receivership of the divine feminine. Know that you're worthy to receive greater light and give yourself that time and that care. Regardless of what others think or feel or project around you of their beliefs about how it might look like you're doing nothing, but you absolutely are. You're harmonizing greater light so that they can also be activated by the light that you radiate and emit. And then also put up boundaries that you're not taking on those negativities from those because they're not understanding the growth process that you're moving through. And that's okay. Everyone has their unique journey. But you understand the higher evaluation of what's going on in the elegant systems of ascension, the elegant systems of harmony of greater light. Our whole planet is going through and accepting and harmonizing greater light. So the micro macro is within all things. We are being bathed as a planet, as a collective within higher light. But are we taking the opportunity to say, how do I harmonize now? I'm a new version of me. What does my new now look like? What does my new now want from me? Physically, mentally, emotionally, etherically. And it's going to be different things for different people because you're going to have a DNA activation that just occurred, want different things from you. So you have to find out how to harmonize those various new experiences. It might be for going for a walk every day in a certain location that makes you feel really, really good. And then doing something different in that location because Spirit always wants change. Spirit always wants evolution. Spirit always wants to reach out and play and explore. That's Spirit. So give yourself that opportunity and permission too. Again, we're entraining ourselves out of the vibrational entrainments that were very dense and low and sick and ill and lacking in every way. I'm taking on this greater light and my cells are saying, you know what, are you sure I can take on this greater? You absolutely can. And I'm going to keep you exercise and I'm going to give you lots of rest and I'm going to give you lots of love. If nobody's giving you love and nobody's giving you affection, then you do it for yourself. Absolutely. And you absolutely take time throughout your day to show your body love and care and affection and gratefulness because you are receiving of thyself. And the heavens will receive thyself in kind, in measure, equally. And the universe will converge in that equally. So that you do attract those that do want to bring affection to you that is genuine and authentic. And that's love. Because you're showing yourself love. I'm giving myself the harmony that I've never had before. I am it. I am the mother. I am the father. And I get to choose how and what I need to harmonize myself in that greater practice of love and light and love and light and love and light. And within a very short period of time, if you will, because it's all now, you will absolutely feel the activations come to you, the wisdoms come to you, your higher self and all of the beings that are with you, the soul that is speaking with you and through you, want to be with you and walk with you. Because you'll just feel their love enveloping you and you'll feel their whispers and their kindness and you'll feel their love from your heart, from the inside out. That is alchemy. That is you receiving yourself as greater light. That is you as harmonizing yourself as greater light. And you're saying, I will practice higher light now. I will do my day in a different day because now I'm choosing now time, not linear time. I'm choosing now time, omni time. I am the light of the new spiritual light. I am the part of my role as the Christ conduit that I can see different realities and the micro macro of experience. I'm here as a messenger of hope and wonderment. So that in anything that I can see that the heavens will gift me and bless me with in the micro macro to assist you in seeing beyond in your own unique way, using your own inner creativeness, your own inner intuitiveness, your own inner activations. How can you see and how can you create the momentum that we talked about the other day? Create the momentum of the harmony of the new light. How can I be in harmony with you now today, Spirit? And you will be presented with nature. You'll be presented with others. You'll be presented with experiences. You'll be presented with memories. How can I harmonize this with the love and receiving myself in a new way? I did the best that I could, but now I choose to be in a different way. And you have that right. You have the right to say no to old programs, no to old roles, no to old definitions. And you get to say, now I'm harmonizing with a new light. And it's never been created before. So to the outside world and to others, it's going to look weird and strange, but so what? Because we're meant to rewrite our entire human experience. We're meant to. We must. We are entering into 5D, which means we are becoming 5D spirit, creating matter, which means that our spirit and our bodies absolutely will be our best friends. So they were showing me in my channeled messages this morning. When you work, because that's where we've come from is work, the entrainment of eco-doing. When you interact and harmonize with yourself, we're going to create a transition of wording, if you will. 5D, what work used to be will be harmonization. So you're going to be harmonizing with all that Spirit has for you, whether it's through a dream remembrance activation, you're understanding the higher potentials of your dreams and what they mean to you and how they work with you and how they honor you and help you expand and explore and expand who you are. When you're honoring yourself and harmonizing the all of you, not working, You are your best friend. You are your place of employment. You are your place of devotion. You are your place of sanctuary. You are your place of sacredness. You are your place of your highest love. You are your place of the highest affection. So when you understand and honor yourself in that way, you absolutely make sure that anything that is not in honor of your new harmony absolutely gets observed and reflected and then refined and then created new choice to match that. Because you don't want to keep systems and experiences and cycles that are absolutely not honoring you when you're absolutely honoring you. So you need to make those creative choices to say, no, that is not honoring of me in any way, vibrationally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. And so that is the daily care and the daily self-care and the 5D spiritual harmonization, the spiritual routine of you knowing absolutely, I'm going to support myself every way and every day as spirit. Because I want to be in that essence of who I am as my most highest majesty. As within, so without, as above, so below. Are you the representation of the heavens? Yes, absolutely. Spirit, Mother, Father. Can you emulate this to all others? Thank you, Spirit, Mother, Father. Can you radiate the importance of who they are in every way, all that they are in every way? Yes, thank you, Spirit, Mother, Father. Are you the example of all the sacred children that run about this earth and hope that they play in the grand new ways of who they are and the gentleness of who they are and the caring of who they are of all life being sacred? Thank you, Holy Spirit. And we create the highest will of the Holy created through free will. Spirit will guide you in all ways. Spirit will show you in all ways how must the harmony of who you are. The harmony of who you are is the acknowledgement, the acceptance, and then you're giving yourself peace and time and space to harmonize with the all of you, receiving the all of you, knowing that you are the greatest acceptance of health and wealth and abundance and goodness to all. If your all of you is out of balance and ill and diseased, then that all of you is not being received. The receivership is the divine feminine. I receive all that I am, and I'm going to give myself time and space to receive. I need to receive. I need to receive love. I need my own love. I need to receive the affection and the higher intelligence of who I am. I need to receive that. And I'm closing every single program. I'm closing every single thought form. I'm closing every single routine of negative cycle, negative patterns and habits, closing it down, not even there anymore. And this is who I am. I'm harmonizing in the highest version of me. And I'm going to give myself practice and operations of higher vibrational light. Maybe I entangle with only joyful play and talk with this part of my day and with this company. This, I'm going to go here and be that and that because I love Gaia. I want to incorporate Gaia in every way I can because that's important to me, the sacred triad. I want to incorporate my community. I want to incorporate my collective. I want to incorporate past and present and future collectives. And I want to incorporate all that I am as light with Gaia because she feeds me and she absolutely senses to me. They're showing me right now that when we're taking that time to harmonize all aspects of our DNA and all aspects of our higher self and all aspects of our whole self, the soul self coming online to be with us and walk with us, the coming of the higher self, you're also incorporating everything that they have gained and learned and known with Gaia as well. I mean, that's profound. That's how you absolutely understand the other timelines that you've had as being a shaman, or you've had as being an herbalist, or a witch, if you will, because you've used the elements of Gaia in every way for the healing potions and all that you've done in the reception of the greatness gifts of Gaia that she has to heal. You're receiving Gaia's gifts. You're receiving the entanglement of information and wisdom and love. That's the alchemy with Gaia. It's the sacred gift. It's always sacred. And are you harmonizing in the sacred gift of Gaia? Are you harmonizing in the sacred notion of who you are? Are you harmonizing in the sacred practice of who you are? And we must live in higher vibrational ways. It's just asking of us. It's okay if you don't, but to accept that greater light and become that greater light and start creating the 5D experience, we're going to have to create the harmony within that light. That light is there. Are you in harmony with it? Are you in alignment? So the alignment is you saying, yes, I'm there. Show me how. I've never done this before. And your spirit guides will show you. Bring it to me in a dream or a meditation or a vision or just the environment around me. Show me how I can harmonize the greater light that is waiting for me. The light's always there, always. The omnipresent of the field of God, of Creator, the 5D earth is here. And why we see playing out what is playing out. Our consciousness has raised, the planet is being bathed, the light is there, the integrity is there, the blessing of the sacredness is there, and anything that is not in alignment of that will be seen and known and felt in every way. So the light is showing you it's here. Can you harmonize with it? To harmonize it means that, yeah, I got to match that, which means I got to love myself. I'm going to honor myself. I'm going to give myself time to love myself. I'm going to talk about how much I love myself in a kind and loving way. that's benevolent and reverent. I love my gifts. I'm so grateful I wrote that piece today. I'm so grateful I helped someone. I'm so grateful that I took time for myself and just had a nap instead of cleaning the house. I'm so grateful that I had that loving conversation with my child this morning, just to empower them and inspire them that they are God, that they are spirit, that they are light. They have all the choices and the wisdom within them. And they're going to call whatever processes and experiences that they need. And that they do have absolutely the power to say no and set the boundaries for all negative energies and entities that just want to play. They want to play in the game that their understanding from their density is only played in certain ways. That's okay. That's part of the game. Just like going into a grocery store and you have an infinite number of selections to entangle with. That's too is our vibration. We're now raising it a bit now. So how can you harmonize? Well, I want to receive greater light, spirit. Well, to receive that greater light, you've got to be greater light. Can you harmonize with it? And for me, it was like, well, wow, I've had 52 years of, very poor experiences of reciprocal kind love. Very poor, dysfunctional, neglectful experiences, to nil or none, and for me it was like having to retrain myself. What does affection feel like? True, benevolent, kind, and conscious, like true love. What does that feel like? I want to get myself prepared for it because I want to receive that level of that soulmate. I want to receive that level of that soulmate, that spirit, has waiting for me. And nothing can falter or stop anything from happening. And many of us that have been through those experiences of those stories on those timelines and those experiences and those histories, they're not there anymore. They don't exist because you've acknowledged that I'm in a different frequency now, on a different timeline. And it's up to everybody to take their own responsibility and create it for themselves. How do you create harmony within you? Releasing all of those anxiety stories and those old beliefs that you're not worthy, those old beliefs that you had to do this, this, and this. No, just breathe in love. Receive love. Receive yourself in a higher version of you. Can you envision yourself as the higher self? What does it look like and feel like? I see myself receiving great affection. I see myself receiving great light in the reflection and in the affection. Because your spirit teams and your guides and all that is spirit conscious and all of you beautiful, I love you, ancestor, I love you so much, hi. All of the beings and all of the experiences of the sacred light in between, life within light and light within light, and the elegant systems of all that is spirit, they're all sending you love. But it takes our presence and our saying, I'm here, I acknowledge you. I want to harmonize with you, sweetness. And they're so sweet. And love, and it's time of love and caring. I love you, and it's love and time and caring. I love you. And this is what will be the challenge, because all our children have been inundated and soaked is aggression and violence and less than. And that 5D is the entrainment of soft and gentle care of the divine feminine, and the reinvestment really into becoming gentle and kind. And that's going to be the challenge that many will have to transcend, because the egocentric experience was a tough one. And those of us that have taken so many experiences to go through the minutiae of the psyche on all aspects and all dimensions and all frequencies, and why we've had so many hard lessons. But that once you say with conviction to the universe, I am ready to harmonize a new version of me, Spirit, bring it before me, because I will. I am that I am. I am that I am. I want to be this higher version of me because I deserve great love. Love is really all there is. And your allness is how you manifest. You got to be in alignment of the harmony of what is awaiting for you. And bring peace to it. I make peace with my past. I make peace with now. And I make peace with the beautiful new light and the new aspects of me. I make peace with all that's coming before me, because Spirit will only bring me new experiences that I can navigate in greater peace and greater love. I trust Spirit. I surrender to Spirit in all moments. Can you reciprocate in the love that you are presented? And reciprocation means that you can receive in equal kind. And that's been so many of our experiences. And that is why so many masters have to go through lifetimes and lifetimes. Can you receive the blessings that God offers? Our first task, and the most important task, dear ones, is the blessing of free will. Can you receive in reciprocation and sacred honor through which the gift was blessed? The sacred teachings and the temple teachings, the sacred mother and father. Thank you, Spirit, speaking through me. For your spirited offering and the blessed gift of free will is to know that in every one of your choices, you are affecting the all of creation. And in this beautiful sacred gift, how can you then return to the joy of the spirit of who you are and create in the greatness of who you are and releasing all limitations therein? And of course, there will be those stories and those beliefs for each and every one of you are there to transcend them because you've had lifetimes in creating them. So in the transcension of all the limitations and all the beliefs you see in all moments, is this the highest version of me through my free will and choice that Spirit has offered? Spirit has offered the highest potentiation of my free will, but it takes that you must harmonize with your higher self and your inner voice. What choice can I make to allow myself the highest version of me? The blessedness of free will, so that I'm not impeding my experience on any other. I'm not controlling my experience on any other, because my experience for me as source is my unique experience. And no other can project onto it. No other can tell you who you are. No other can take from who you are, for you are the experience of God's free will. And you get to choose who you are. You see what we're saying? Those are powerful convictions. I am the daughter of God. I am the creator of my own will. I am the experience of my own inspirations, and my genius will shine through, for that is my vibration. It is true, and it is pure, and it is absolutely wild in the creative abandonment that is spirit. We're all offered the same gift, and each and every one is unique and different and varied, meant to be, absolutely. Evolution would not be evolution if everyone was the same. So are you able to step out of what was, release the smaller stories of who you thought you were, and arise to a greater version in harmony of it? In harmony means I am as the vibration to make it one. I'm receiving myself in oneness of it. Just as you do with the variations of the characters that play out on your planet are all your sacred children, brothers and sisters. But now you can say those higher aspects. I am in harmony of these higher aspects, and I can now harmonize into new practices to become it, to be it, to speak as it, because it's never been defined for humanity before. You have had the masters on your planet, yes you have, but now you are creating your mastery. You are the master. You are the driver of your own ship. You are the driver of your own vessel. You are the master of you. You are the guru of you. You are the highest lover of you. You are the highest affectionist of you. You are it for you. You are the mother, you are the father, you are the sacred child. You're all it for you, and you got to harmonize with it. Yes, I get it. I get it. That's what you were talking about yesterday. Thank you. The momentum is you. But it's not about going faster. That will automatically happen as your cells take on that light and you give it time. Our bodies, our minds, everything is being rewired. Our bodies are working so hard. And why this new phase of humanity, this new phase of our human ascension will be about taking that time for self-care and self-nourishment. And feeling the love of one another and the connectedness again, so that we release all of the notions and the beliefs and all of the fear and all of the experiences that were in the collective virus that we all manifested in separation. And we're going to choose now the opposite of to harmonize into something greater as a collective. We harmonize our oneness and our unity, because that's what that virus taught us, that we do absolutely have harmony within our higher self to create healthy bodies. We have harmony within who we are to create infinite abundance. We have harmony within ourselves to create the oneness within one another and help each other work things out through compromise, through respectful co-creation, not pushing anyone's will on another, and just allowing everybody to be their highest and their best, and to create those new harmonic patterns. And those new harmonic, release the word patterns because that really comes with the density that we're all really changing. Create those new harmonizations of spirit, because they're always, always, always going to be offered, and they will always be elegant and loving and peaceful and kind and expansive and intelligent and brave and courageous and wildly exploratory and adventurous, because that's spirit. And we must acknowledge, give yourself permission to want to be something new. And part of your daily self-care is to sort out what beliefs are coming forward and what fears are coming forward if that presents a niggle. And we all know what that feels like, or a trigger. Am I ready to see myself new? Am I ready to step out there that nobody's ever seen or heard before, and I'm creating something that's never seen or heard before? And can I be the first one that does this? Can I create a new invention? Can I be this? Can I be that? Absolutely, that's why you're there. Each and every one of you are presenting yourself in this 5D gateway, and you're now saying, okay, well, how can I recreate myself in a way that's never been seen or heard or felt or experienced before? And you have absolute free will, the gift of spirit, to experience and explore yourself within it. And then express it greatly. Express it with great boldness. Express it with great creativity. And express it with great joy. For you are the joy of spirit. And you're showing others that it's okay to be that too. And allow all of our planet to raise the vibration, raise the vibration, raise the vibration, because spirit is everywhere. Spirit's everywhere. And it will always be loving. It will always be kind. It will always be loving. It will always be kind and adventurous. And it will always want to tickle your toes. And it will always want to make you smile and laugh. And that is the message that I will always bring. That there are elegant systems within systems. There is always God within God. There was always light within light. There was always greater light within greater light. The elegance within the elegance. The light within light. It's always there. Always there, always there. Always here, always here, always here. You're becoming greater and greater light. So harmonize with it. Create new, beautiful spiritual routines, new imaginings, new ponderings, new experiences that you can explore, because our world is new. Don't ever look back. Pull the wisdom of what was and create new. Create new, create new. Now is the momentum. Now is the harmony of new life. Now is the harmony of new practices that allow you the harmony of your greater self. Because your greater self is pretty great. And you'll no longer look outside of you for what you thought. The outer will be the experience of who you are within. You'll say, wow, I just had a great experience with Gaia because I was harmonizing within myself how one I am with her. See, your harmony with her creates a greater outer experience. Your harmony with your divine feminine creates a greater loving co-creation and someone coming in that will provide those experiences that they want to give to you, right? They want to give you that affection. They want to give you that giving. And that will be the reciprocation. Are you ready for the reciprocation of the higher? Are you honoring the reciprocation of the higher? Yes, Spirit. I got to show it with yourself first. And Spirit says, wow, you've shown it to yourself. You've made this, this, and this. You've changed this, this, and this. And now you're ready. So we're in harmony of our higher self. That's so awesome. Thank you, dear lighted ones. And the great way to start is always through breath and intention. Just breathe and slow down. Thank you, Spirit. I'm harmonizing with the higher self and the soul. And call your higher self and soul forward. I call all that I am as a higher self and soul. I call all that I am as a higher self and soul. I call all that I am as a higher self and soul. And I'm so grateful I had all of those experiences, but right now I'm the wisdom and the intelligence and the love of it. And I choose to receive a greater love because I'm ready to receive now, Spirit. I'm ready to experience my divine feminine. I'm ready to bring my divine feminine back into balance. Because I do get to receive and I get to show all others the amount of love that I can offer out. But I want to receive first. I'm ready to receive. I'm so parched and not receiving. I'm ready to see what feeling and honoring and experience the full magnitude of what Spirit can receive. Spirit is receiving when I receive, remember? When you receive yourself, the heavens receive you and you are received by the heavens. Does that make sense? Spirit is receiving me as I open up to receive Spirit. That's why the evolution is what it is. The all that all, miracle by miracle, micro macro. You are giving to yourselves when you're opening to receive it. You're giving to your children when you're opening to receive it. When you activate you as sacred love, your children are feeling it. Make no mistake about that. They are so connected with you. And when you feel sad and when you feel out of place, they so too will. The challenge is that we all stand within the epicenter of who we are and not take on others' experiences as much as we have, because now we have awakened consciousness and understanding of what energy is all about. We can choose to create our own story. We can choose to stand in our own presence and not take on the projections and definitions of others or the society or a lineage. That is the integration of the Christ consciousness, the sovereignty. I choose to be a sovereign being now. I don't have to take on what I'm shown. And that is the real trick, because we're shown a reality, right? We're shown the reality. And you say, well, but everything is what I see. No, you are the one that creates that. So how can you imagine the heavens? How can you be the heavens? How can you be in harmony of the highest version of dreams that you want to create? It's within. How can I create from within? It's going to be great and harmonious. And again, if it goes against any of the universal laws, you will be shown. And you sit down with your team and say, wow, I thought I put out all this great energy. I thought I did this, thought I did what didn't. Nothing's going on here. Tell me what's going on. And then they'll say, because that's not their soul's desire. That's your soul's desire. That's not theirs. You can't place your desire of this great experience that you might have, say, onto your children, because your children need to learn certain lessons first. And that's why you always have to allow yourself, wow, is this in my greatest interest? That I really want to be with them in this way, and it feels really great because you want to be with your children in this way. But the universe is saying that they have to go through this lesson. That's what their souls want right now. They want to know that they can do it. They want to know that they can pull on their inner reserves. They want to know that they can pull on the inner light. They want to know that they can walk with confidence without you, constantly, being their, their cheerleader every moment of the day, and that's when parents really have to step back and let their children fly and soar. But they can. You've got that inner guidance system. Trust it. That is the greatest gifts we give our children, not the telling or the directing, but it is to empower, inspire, and really encourage them to know that they are their highest guide. Release all aspects of codependency, release all aspects of attachment. Sovereignty is sovereignty. And Spirit will always have everything before you to harmonize to greater heights. Spirit knows what Spirit is doing. Spirit says it's always here. You're not asking. You're not in training yourself. You're not practicing. You're just going to keep creating those systems and those stories. Okay, Spirit. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Nobody showed me. So you got to be the one to break free. You got to be the one to say no more. You got to be the one to say, oh, I'm going to create this now. I'm going to create this now. I'm going to create this now. And it's up to everybody to level up. And if not, that's okay, because that's not their soul's experience. So that's when you got to, again, detach. Spirit will always have somebody else before you. That's the elegance of it. Trust. It's all an elegant system of love. It so is. It's so amazing. So harmonize into the 5D. It's awesome. What is your higher self wanting you to harmonize? Practice, practice, practice being higher self. It's just the harmony of love, harmony of love. Accept yourself as love, radiate yourself as love, and it's going to come back. We love you, dear lighted ones. We have our weekly classes. Anybody that wants a private intuitive session, we have our website that's up and available. It's linked below. Private coaching sessions that you can direct and honor your gifts, your skills, your talents. We go through the Akashic readings. We go through anything that you're going through in the moment, any blocks, any hurdles, and we all wrap it up in these beautiful private coaching sessions where you get to direct your beautiful skills and your talents of who you're becoming as your higher self and create this beautiful experience of your harmony, working with you as your greatest asset, because you're the embodiment of Source. And how can you offer yourself in the expression, the experience, and the alignment of the 5D, and all of that is beyond, because we're going to be going far beyond. And we just know that it's just the expression that everybody knows in the world right now, that we are changing, we are shifting, and it's not, and it won't, and it cannot look as it did. And so let's get excited. Let's sing, let's dance, let's be new, and let's know that Spirit and Source and all that is, the wonder and the pondering of all that Spirit offers, the blessedness of free will always offer us the most magical gifts before us. But we have to absolutely acknowledge ourselves and harmonize within it. Create those new spiritual experiences and those beautiful routines, if you will, but have them be flexible and joyful and playful and adventurous and sacred, because you are. That's the honoring of the divine feminine. Wow, I'm going to step within this grace. That's the grace of receiving. There is such grace in receiving. And that's a multidimensional Christed statement. There is such grace in receiving. And when you give with grace, that's a vibration too. So feel into that. There is such grace in receiving. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, the Holy Creator of all that is, the Holy Spirit. Thank you. And so we allow you to be the wisdom of who you are and the higher self of who you are, and be the elegance and be the portrayer of your own light and the healer of your own light. And we love you so much. Namaste, dear lighter ones. Our donation link is below, and we'd love to hear from you and connect with you on any private sessions, webinars, any classes that you would like to co-create with. And we come up with a beautiful array of classes and intentions based on the councils of light. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Spirit. The Christ consciousness, and I'm so grateful of everybody that is with me and the teams that work with us and through us for the vibration of the oneness of humanity and wishing and dreaming big, because we're just getting started. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, thank you, Spirit. Bye, rainbow tickles.